Hello there, Taurus. Dadhichi here with your October 2020 monthly forecast. Great to have your company again. We're back on track here after my big roller coaster ride through July and August, but I'm back and I'm curious to talk to you about the important transits this month. Some of them are quite big. In fact, the month kicks off with this full moon here in your 12th house with retrograde Mars, the 12th ruler. And this is a secretive house. It's the house where your past is submerged and you have to deal with that. And you can see there on the 3rd and 4th where you've got that really big connection with the retrograde Mars. Retrogression means sort of going back over old ground. The good news is that although that planet is retrograde, these planets up here, Saturn and Pluto, as you can see from the stationary position of Pluto around the 5th, that all of this retrograde energy that was causing havoc in terms of your higher ideals, what it is you want to do in life, what your spiritual meaning is, the purpose of existence, all of those deep and meaningful questions start to clear up for you. That's very, very important. Saturn is one of your most important planets. It rules your 9th house and 10th house. It's your career, spirituality. So this is good news for you. Let's keep this to the side for the moment because Mars is going to be in this position till at least the end of the year, early next year. So you're going to be doing a lot of soul searching, Taurus, while this particular planet is dominant in this part of the horoscope. There's some opposition to these three forward moving planets on the 10th and the 11th. That's the communication sector, travel sector. You may be a little bit frustrated emotionally with what's going on in terms of your plans for travel, relationships with siblings, with neighbours. 4th house, that's on the 12th and 13th. This is all the domestic issues that you're dealing with. I want you to keep your eye also here on Venus, which is moving through this 5th house of your horoscope quite strongly, your ruling planet. So whenever there's a contact with another planet, like the moon, as we see here on the 14th, then that's important. The 5th house has to do with your children, your creative self, investments, that type of thing. It also may have to do with health issues, as Venus rules your 6th house as well. You'll notice here that, I think it's the 17th, there it is. Just keep your eye on the date here. There's a new moon here in your 6th house. That's very, very important. That has to do with your health, with the way that you work, the way that you serve others. Quickly moving to your 7th house of relationships and communications. That's also a finance planet. So for some of you that are in business, entrepreneurial by nature, then there could be some good opportunities for you at that time. And you'll notice here also the powerful opposition aspect from this finance planet to the abrupt and sudden acting Uranus here, which is going to remain here, by the way, for some years. So there could be a bit of a topsy-turvy thing going on with your finances. That's also shown by the transit of the moon through this 8th house of shared resources. So it's important not to jump the gun there. Here we see the moon making contact with these three planets on the 22nd and 23rd in your 9th house of legalities. That fully looks at the 3rd house of contracts. So that's important. And Mercury is the natural planet of contracts. Take a look at it there, also going into its retrograde motion. So it's also like, I'm getting all these bugs here. I can't keep my psychic energy focused. The movement of the sun into Scorpio, again, a lot of energy playing out here in your 7th house of partnerships, business partnerships, I would tend to say, due to the fact that Mercury is ruling your 2nd house and 5th house. So this is a very good planet. Generally, the retrogression for you of a good planet heightens the opportunity. So there's an opportunity for more money. Still, I give some weight to the fact that the retrograde planets cause some sort of rethink and a necessity to go over your facts and figures beforehand. Notice again towards the end of the month, Taurus, the movement of the moon, that planet of contracts, through the 12th house of secrets, losses, expenses, hospitals, privation, the past, and a bit of an angry energy there because of that combination of the Moon and Mars. So it's an interesting month. You saw that the power is there in the 6th and 7th house. You notice also just towards the end of the month the shift backwards of your finance planet into the 6th house, along with your ruling planet Venus here moving into the 6th house. 6th house, Western astrologers say, pardon me, that this has to do with your debts and your commitments financially to others. It's got to do with the workplace dynamic, the people that you work with. It could be that business deal or financial upliftment that gets a bit of a hold put on it. It doesn't mean you're denied, but it does show that by virtue of the fact that Mercury's moved back into the 6th house of debt, that you've got some work there to do in terms of financing whatever it is that you want and cleaning up that part of your life first. Look forward to your company again next month. Please do subscribe here. Join me at astrology.com.au, where we have a whole lot of other information on you right now. Just follow the links that we've put in there, and do stay safe. Look forward to your company again next month. Bye bye now.